Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here, and in this one we're going to take an introduction to Cardano, and I don't mean on a technical side or anything like that. I mean on a high level overview for people who want to take a look at Cardano. We'll look at things like wallet options you have, block explorers, dexes, NFTs, marketplaces, different things like that, because there are more people taking a look at Cardano. It's great to see people from other ecosystems taking a look. Look, I know there's a certain amount of trolling, engagement farming, but there genuinely are people interested. So this one is aimed for you guys, and I can dive deeper into individual sections if you want in another video. Just let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want more Cardano content, and do give the video a like as well as a share to help others have a look at Cardano. So let's jump into it. Okay, so timestamps will be below, and I'll also put together a page over on my blog with all of the different links that I talk about, because we'll be jumping around a lot of different sections here, trying to keep this on a high level. So what you see here first is one of the main explorers for Cardano. This is Sea Explorer, and previously this was called ADA Pools. They are migrating at the minute, so you might see some references to ADA Pools. But this site here really is very good. They cover a lot of the different areas if you want to look deeper into some of the stats. In terms of stake pools, with Cardano, you can stake your ADA. You don't have to lock it up or anything like that. Once you have a minimum of 10 ADA in your wallet, you can stake that and earn staking rewards by delegating to any of the, I think there's something around 3,000 stake pools. It's not shown on this page, something around 3,000 stake pools at the minute. On this site as well, you get all of the native asset details if you want to deep dive into any of the tokens on Cardano. Again, I will need to do a full video looking at this to show all of the different features that they have here in terms of stake pools. If you're looking into pools, another good one is pooltool.io. Lots of really good stats there as well. And in terms of a block explorer, Cardano Scan is another really popular one and a very good one for deep diving into transaction history or tokens or anything like that on Cardano. I will say people coming in from other ecosystems, because Cardano uses the EUTXO model rather than an accounting base, how you go through the block explorers is slightly different, but I will have a video coming up on that fairly soon. So we'll use this here is Cardano Cube. So we'll use this as the guide for looking at different things like wallets, dexes, and different applications. So in terms of wallets, that's what you need when you come in first. I'm going to presume people have used MetaMask or Solflare wallet or have some idea about them types of wallets when I'm talking here. But again, I can deep dive into wallets in another video. Eternal is the one that I personally use on a day-to-day basis. If you're coming in brand new to Cardano from something else, you've used MetaMask, I would say Eternal probably isn't the one to use just yet, because they give you absolutely everything. It's a brilliant wallet, all the incredible features they have. I have done a deep dive on it. If I show it to you here, this is what the wallet looks like. You can see I've lots of different sections here with different wallets for different areas in them. And there's a lot of different tabs, a lot of different settings and stuff here, which I have covered in another video that I will link down below. But if you're coming in new from MetaMask, then something like Nami Wallet or Flint or even Typhoon Wallet would be the ones that I would push you towards for this right now. Nami and Flint are ones I've used before. Typhoon I haven't used really, but it's one that I know a lot of people really do like. You can see it here when you come into it. Looks very similar to MetaMask as well. You have your basic send, receive, your accounts. You can have multiple accounts under the one seed phrase. If we look at something like Nami Wallet as well, and again, these are available in all of the usual Chrome store or whatever browser you're using to install, or even if you're on a mobile, then the one to use is probably going to be Flint or Eternal, but I'll talk about them in a second. So this is Nami. You will see if you look through the Cardano ecosystem, Nami will be a very popular wallet. Again, you have send, receive, and then you can split up the transactions into tokens, NFTs, and then you have your history here as well. So one thing within Cardano that is different to if you're coming from MetaMask or stuff like that is you need to set something called collateral. So this is when you're interacting with smart contracts. So if you're going on to dexes and buying or interacting with the DEX, buying and selling tokens, or going on to NFT marketplaces, you need to have collateral set. So the way you do that is in here for Nami, it's in here. Go down to collateral here, And what you need to do is there has to be one UTXO with 5 ADA on it that can be used as collateral. Now, you don't lose that funds or anything like that. It's just kept aside in case it's needed within the transaction. I'm not going to get into why collateral and all that type of stuff here. I'll do that in another video. But you just go in, put in your password, and it will create the UTXO for you if there isn't one already in the wallet. So that's the same within any of the wallets. Within Eternal, you do it in under settings. And if I come up here to Flint, so Flint wallet again, you can see very similar to MetaMask. This one is one that's been developed all the time. I think a really good wallet to have. With NAMI, actually, when you use NAMI, you can have multiple accounts under the one seed phrase, but you can't have multiple wallets. We'll call a wallet a seed phrase. You can't have multiple of them within the one wallet. Everything has to be under the one seed phrase. Where when you use something like Flint here, then you can have their testnet wallets up on top. Down here you can see I named that one NAMI because I have the same account restored within NAMI and within Flint. So you can see I can add an account there. So that would be adding another account under the same seed phrase here. But then I have wallet 3, wallet 4. These are individual accounts under separate seed phrases as well. You can also add your hardware wallet. If you just come in, go to add wallet. What you have then, mainnet, testnet. I'm going to presume most people want mainnet. Connect your hardware wallet, create a new wallet. Again, it will just give you your seed phrase, or you can restore using your old seed phrase. Create a new wallet. Gives you your basic seed phrase here. Obviously copy it out, write it down, don't keep it stored digitally. I've saved it, and then you put in your seed phrase there to create your Flint wallet. I like this feature as well, where I can drag these in rather than having to actually type out the seed phrase, just in case there's a keylogger or anything on your laptop. It leaves you a lot safer using that. Okay, so we'll leave the wallets there and I can dive deeper into them in another video, but that's where you can get started. Coming from MetaMask, I would say Flint or NAMI are your best bets for getting started with, and down the line Eternal is a good one to start using then. I know they are working on a V2 that will have a simplified model as well. So Cardano Cube here, we'll use this to take a look at the dexes. The main dexes on Cardano right now, or the main AMM dexes, which is like Uniswap, would be MinSwap, Wingriders, and SundaeSwap. They're the main 3 that people use right now. You also have MuesliSwap, which is an order book dex. They are going to bring in new features after the Vasil hard fork. They're going to bring in liquidity pools and AMM features. But right now, these would be the 3: MinSwap, SundaeSwap, and Wingriders. We take a very quick look at them here. This is MinSwap. It has the highest TVL. So in general, for lots of the different tokens, it will have the deepest liquidity and potentially the best prices for your trades. Certain tokens, you can get better prices on MinSwap or SundaeSwap. Like all dexes, certain tokens will be better on different dexes. They're the 3 to take a look at: MinSwap, Wingriders here, and SundaeSwap. So all fairly similar. If you go in here, it's your standard kind of swap functionality that you have. If we look across the 3 of these here, you can see all fairly similar what you're used to finding on other dexes as well. Just on this one here, if I go to swap ADA to LQ, when you look at the fees on Cardano dexes, you'll notice something called a batcher fee, because the 3 AMM dexes that are being used right now use something called batching. Not going to get into the technicals on that right now. So for that, you pay an extra fee. There are other solutions out there, other dexes looking at other solutions that don't use batching. But just in case you're wondering what that is, that's where that comes into play. And then you can see here they also have something called deposit ADA of 2 ADA. Now that's not a fee that you lose or anything like that. When you're sending native assets on Cardano, you can't just send the native asset. You also need to send a small amount of ADA. It's not paid as a fee or anything like that. That gets sent to the wallet. You're sending the native asset as well. It's there as a security feature so that people can't come out with some random token and just spam it across the network to thousands of different addresses. If you had to send a small amount of ADA with that, you're not really going to do it, because them kind of fees are going to add up. Well, not fees, but you're losing them when you're sending it out to other wallets. So that's the reason that that's there. Potentially we see that change later down the line, but that's how it works for now. The other features then, or the other fees then, are standard that you would have in other dexes across other ecosystems as well. Your liquidity fee and then your TX fee as well. So that's it. Actually, just on MuesliSwap, one feature I'll mention is if I go to instant swaps here on MuesliSwap, you can see this is basically a DEX aggregator. So if I wanted to swap ADA for, let's say, ADA, I put in 100 ADA here. You can see it goes out and finds the best price for me. So the protocol it's finding the best liquidity or the best price on for this trade would be on Wing Riders, and you can execute it from here as well. So that's it when it comes to DEXs. So in terms of lending and borrowing, money markets, what we see across other ecosystems with complex DeFi, Cardano is behind the curve on that. But what I feel is we are building solid foundations, and the Vasil hard fork will bring a lot of features that will enable dApps like that to launch on Cardano as well. So if you look at what we have right now, ADA launched last week. I actually done a video on that, which I can link below. That is peer-to-peer lending and borrowing. There's also Lending Pond and Fluid tokens, which are tailored. I think they do native assets as well. Again, it's peer-to-peer, but they also have NFTs. So you can put up your NFT and request a loan against your NFT, use your NFT as collateral, and the same rules apply for general lending and borrowing. They're the options that are there right now. Ones that the community are waiting to come out, looking forward to coming out, would be Ardana, Liquid, which are going to bring features a lot more similar to what you're used to across other chains as well. Hopefully we might get one or maybe both within or by the end of this year. Q4 has been rumored as launch dates, but I haven't got that yet. Again, once these type of things start to launch, you can be sure I'll have videos out here on the channel. Meld actually is another one as well. This is looking to bring in fiat loans into play as well. Okay, so moving on, then we'll go to NFTs next, and I don't mean to ignore the different sections that are here. I'll leave links to all of this below. You can check out all of this yourself, but I couldn't cover everything in one video. Just on NFTs, actually, before we move from this page, ADA handle is one to mention as well. So similar to services across other chains as well, where you can get a readable name for your address, ADA handle is the option on Cardano. So you can buy an ADA handle, which is an NFT. Once that is in your wallet, then within any wallet provider or anywhere that supports ADA handles, instead of having to copy the address, you can just send it to your ADA handle instead. So the likes of, for me, I own the ADA handle Paul. So it means anyone who's sending any tokens or anything to me, they can just put in Paul in the wallet, and then it will send whatever to my wallet then as well. So looking at NFT projects then, and I'm not going to go through individual projects. I see enough of shilling for individual projects across Twitter the last few days. This is more on where you can go for the different tool sets. So in terms of marketplaces, in the beginning, CNFT.io was the main marketplace, the main NFT marketplace for Cardano, but JPEG Store, I don't think they were actually the first. They were one of the first to come out with a smart contract marketplace. I think SpaceBuds might have been the first NFT marketplace with smart contracts. I'm open to correction on that one though. Doesn't really matter. But JPEG Store is the main NFT marketplace for Cardano right now. Lots of other options here as well. Before people come in and new, I would say start off with JPEG Store and you can work your way around after that. If you look at JPEG Store here, lots of features similar to OpenSea, which people will be familiar with. So you can come down, you can see the top collections the last 24 hours. If I go into, let's go into the Ape Society because it's the first one here. So again, like other NFT marketplaces, you can go through it, you can filter by whatever features you're looking for in particular. Go in, take a look at the individual items. So this is the, I suppose, the bottom, the cheapest one you could buy right now. You can make offers as well, or you can buy it outright. Again, all of the properties, price history, stuff like that. This isn't the one to dive deeper into this. If you come up here to activity, you can see the previous history for any of the ones that have sold, prices, everything like that there. There's other sites we'll touch on in a minute that are good for looking at more in-depth stats when it comes to NFTs as well. When I'm talking about NFTs, I can't not mention pool.pm, and actually this is a really good block explorer for Cardano as well. So when I come in here to tokens, so you can come in here and you can see if you go to the NFT section, what you have here is a real-time view of NFTs moving on the Cardano blockchain. So these are all the ones that are, these are the latest ones that were either minted or passed from wallet to wallet, and you can go through them here. So it's actually a good place to come in and take a look at to see or get ideas of different NFTs that you might be interested in. You never know what ones will randomly pop up here. And again, you can click into each of them and see the details on them as well. Or if you have your own wallet, then you can come in here and search for your own wallet. And when you put in your wallet, it will pop up and show you everything that's in that wallet, from native assets to NFTs as well. It gives you a nice visual display of what you hold. So on NFT tools, then you also have CNFT Jungle, CNFT tools, and lots of other ones here as well. Some of them are minting tools. The likes of NMKR are minting tools. I actually had Patrick from NMKR on for an interview 2 weeks ago, so you can check that out on the channel if you're interested as well. And actually one that isn't mentioned there that is actually provides the stats for JPEG Store is OpenCNFT.io. So you can come in here and check it out. Again, these are a lot of the similar stats that are over on JPEG Store. But again, let's use the Ape Society as the first one because I use that on JPEG Store. So you can see the breakdown here, price action, floor price, and you can see how many whales are in each project as well. So how many are stored in smart contracts. So see where they are actually stored. So you can see JPEG Store has the biggest volume, CNFT.io and Epoch.art have a small amount of them for sale on them as well. So if we look in here though, what you can see is the trade history. So if you want to come in and look, click on the filter here. So this is something that isn't in JPEG Store yet. You can come in and filter on certain aspects or traits and see what type of price history there is for assets with certain features or traits, because under activity here, what you have is you just have the full history here. You can't filter on that, I'd say, yet. They are developing, they are bringing out new features all the time. And then CNFTjungle.io, another really good site to take a look at. They're actually bringing out some plugins and apps as well to use. So if we look at the stats on this, again, a lot of similar stats, but these have stats on the overall marketplaces. Actually, there we go, confirmation on the main marketplaces. So JPEG Store are 95 or just under 95% of the volume over the last 24 hours. Then you have Spacebuds, they have their own marketplace. CNFT.io and Epoch.art making up the about 1.5% between them as well. So that's about all I wanted to cover in this. I wanted to keep it brief. Hopefully it's been enough. I can deep dive into any of these different areas if you want to see that. Just let me know below which ones you want me to put out first, and I can put them videos together over the next week or so, and hopefully it does help in your journey in exploring. I do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want more Cardano content. Give it a like, share it out. I'll talk to you soon.